Hey guys, this is that panda guy. And first off, I want to start off by saying that I did miss like the first 13 minutes of footage. This is going to be 8 minutes long of just battling, and then I'm going to show some reports at the end. Because like I wasn't able to show all the reports. I'm pretty busy. I'm controlling at least 6 accounts minimum at a time, and it's not easy. It's not easy to record and do that. And I kind of want to mention what's happening here. So basically, as this is going on, I took over an outpost, right? I got 4 accounts over here with I'd say maybe around 15 marches fighting, and I basically swarmed down one of the outposts. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be fighting off these troops, and once I've like kind of gotten rid of them, they keep incoming, and I'm gonna kill them, and then I'm gonna move up to the helipad because it's like a pretty big deal. I also have to share these cords because it's not easy for me to just scroll around on my computer and find these coordinates, mostly when I'm trying to coordinate really well. And just, yeah, it's not easy. And I kind of have to micromanage and just start swarming these troops out of the way. And I actually got a lot of points on this account. I freaking dominated their troops and stuff. It was just freaking nasty. And you gotta understand, although this alliance that we're fighting is similar in size, we have more experience. We're an older region. Just the players in general are a lot stronger. I actually wanted to swarm this dude down and kind of force him to have no troops for the most part. I wasn't sure if it was actually injuring troops, but I'm now 99% sure it was, and I probably should have kept swarming him while I was at it. But I ended up stopping and just changing targets. And yeah, I mean, he basically got just smacked. I just had all my accounts swarming this dude down. I like that it doesn't instantly send your troops back either after you swarm people or you hit targets, because that's really annoying on the map when it does that. And if it would do that up here, it's really hard for me to micromanage like 5 or 6 accounts at one time and kind of focus them all down. I'm also sorry if the footage isn't the best. I wasn't like I said, I'm managing 5 accounts at once, so it's really hard for me to record and do it properly while kind of recording, right? It's really hard for me to do both. So I try to get the good footage that I can in, but you guys are gonna see we start overwhelming them with points, and I start teleporting my accounts in. It's really hard because what I have to do here is I have to keep sending troops, which whenever each account teleports in to kind of get them on the field and battling, and then I teleport another account in, and while I'm fighting troops and sending marches around to fight troops, I'm teleporting more accounts in, and it's just a really frustrating process. And let me say, it's not easy to do all that. And I was also trying to open up more accounts because I can't control all my accounts at one time. And I was just trying to send them to reinforce structures to, one, get points, and two, just make sure like structures or whatever are kind of secured. And like if their troops have to die, it doesn't really matter to me, right? But I mean, I just freaking dominate these guys. I get so many kill points on my main account. It is unreal. Like, I mean, the thing is, you gotta understand. I got some of the best, I would say, best heroes in the game. Like, even like pay to play players. They don't have usually as good heroes as me, especially because my account is way longer and like just an older account. And I do have like some really good research. So compared to these tier 4 and even low tier 5 players, they just can't do much. And I also want to mention that you can heal while in here, but you don't have to because all your troops kind of return to your base after you're out. And the only reason you would heal in here is if you're lacking troops to send out into the field. And I kind of want to mention, I got 3 million T5 troops overall in my account, and I don't really have to heal, but I do lose quite a bit, but it's nothing compared to these guys. Like, the ratios I'm trading off is kind of insane. I think the worst trades I could get were the ones where I maybe lost like say 50,000 power and then I still destroyed 150,000, right? Like, I feel like a 3-to-1 ratio was my lowest most of the time. And that's kind of insane when you think about it, trading 3 for 1. You also see me kind of sending my alts around to kind of swarm these outposts. I didn't really want to micromanage the marches that are attacking them because it's just really hard to focus the marches down. But I kind of had Pandy gatekeeping them. And after I actually we take all their structures eventually, and what happens is I just sit outside of their thing and they can't really send their marches out because I just gatekeep them and just swarm their marches anytime they try to get them out. And I mean, like, what do you do in that situation? The most you can do is try to fight your way out, and it's just hard because you're fighting at least 5 accounts, right? Like 5 accounts that will swarm together. Like, it's one thing to face a 5 march swarm, right? But when you're fighting like 15 marches just swarming each march consecutively and knowing which one to target, it's just a really frustrating thing to face. I mean, like, what do you do? And I can't blame these guys. They put up a pretty good fight for what they were dealing with. And I also want to mention that whenever you're in this thing, your healing speed is actually up by 100%. So the fact that it's 4 days of healing right there is kind of nuts. It's probably even worse from some of these other people. And they healed a lot, actually, because you can see at the end here how many troops each side had healed, which is actually insane. Like, I would not heal in this battle because there was no need to. I kind of want to say here, you can kind of see how it works, right? Like, you'll see the marches start focusing slowly because I'm going from account to account and swarming, and I sometimes don't see which accounts are near, and I also don't have my hit all button on, so I can't micromanage as well by just clicking the march. But you see some accounts stand idle, which is pretty frustrating, but it's whatever. I mean, you see I already have 200,000 points, and if you don't know, like, 200,000 points is actually kind of like crazy. And some dudes actually kept slipping by and hitting the helipad right beside me, which honestly was their best option. Because the thing is, I really wasn't like paying attention to this helipad often because I was constantly like fighting near their bases, and it was just pretty annoying. You see me actually messing up my marches here, though my strength in my marches is way bigger. So no matter what they do, like, they can't really defend the helipad, and I don't really care how many troops I lose because it doesn't matter. I actually wanted to hit this dude for content, honestly. And this dude has, I think, 50 plus million might. He actually has 3 million troops. I'll end up showing the reports later. But you kind of see me hit this dude. And I want to mention a few things. One being that his heroes on his wall are freaking gather heroes. Like, who puts gathering heroes as their wall heroes? This dude could have done so much better. And then this idiot sends out all his troops to fight me, or like a good majority, which was just crazy. I mean, like, why would you attack my marches? Like, I don't even know. Like, there is no way you are attacking my marches when defending. Like, I mean, I get it. Maybe if he swarmed down my tank march and then recalled his troops before his base started burning, because then it would like replenish his base with the troops he recalled back. But you see, I slam into 3 million plus troops, and this dude burns. Like, that is painful. It was just, I just wanted to hit him once for the content. I honestly should have went back again, but I didn't notice that it was only 5 minutes left. You see me get up to 6 days of healing worth, but I was just like, I'm gonna leave that there. I think you can get points for healing troops, but honestly, like, when you have this much of a point difference, there is absolutely no reason to heal. And you can also see here that we control the whole map. Like, there's literally nothing these guys can do. And you see my marches just sitting outside of the only place they can leave. We taken all the helipads, we burnt the dude's base and forced him back to the spot. So basically, there's nobody outside of this little zone that can do anything. And here you see the battle ending. You kind of see my personal best is now 200 and about 50k. You see a lot of stuff. And you get to just see some reports here. I kind of wanted to just show some reports. They weren't insane, but you know, you might want to look at some. I had a lot of really good reports. These weren't even the best of them. I just had a lot of battles where I like did 100k damage on a march, right? Like, and it's just like, how do you fight that? How do you fight that? And you don't really get to see my alts either, but my alts put in a lot of work as well, to be fair. This video is about to end. I hope this was a pretty entertaining video. This kind of shows you what's up. I think it was a really good strategy for me to go ahead, and then my members are taking the structures behind me. Like, I don't really have to focus on the structures behind me because I can trust my members to take it over, while I just kind of force their marches to stop sending reinforcements and stuff. It's just like impossible to battle me there, right? Like, there's like almost nothing you can do. But I hope this video was pretty fun to watch, and you guys have a good day. Peace out.